Hey guys, welcome back to Trails to Azure. So last episode, well, we defeated Dieter and his white Aeons, and turns out the real villain is uh Ian Grimwood this whole time, the lawyer. Yeah, he's been influencing Dieter to take over the fucking Crossbell, and also influencing Maribel to pretty much use the Septarion Zero. So anyway, we're having some free time here. I want to do some stuff. Anyway, before we do, we have all the supreme dishes. So let me just get rid of this. Be right back. All right, this is the last one. Well, not after this. There we go. All right, we should get some a new master arts and master quartz. What? Hang on. Unless you already got it? No, I don't have it. Unless I'm missing something. So I'm supposed to get Kusanagi Master Quartz. It's not doing it for me. Hang on. Oh, okay. So apparently this could be a bug. Yeah, I'm supposed to get the Master Quartz. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm supposed to get the Master Quartz Kusanagi after I give all the food. What the fuck? I didn't get it. Let me try again. Okay, I think I may have figured out why. It's not a bug, it's my own fault. I forgot to cook this one. Son of a bitch. That's why I was like, wait, hang on. So now I got all of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yes! There we go. Let me give them all. Alright, last one. For real this time. Jesus. Okay, now we gotta come back. No, damn it. To those who faithfully offer dishes, thank you finally. I moved this to this area with my father when I was a child. Every day since I would... Yeah. Give me that thing. Wait. There we go. We offer a lot of dishes to this Jizo. They weren't meant for... They were meant to be a formal prayers or anything, but it wouldn't hurt to try. Hey guys, since we're already here, why don't we offer a prayer to the Jizo statue before we head out? You know, for luck. I don't see any reason not to. The sentiments behind the gesture are well worth the few minutes it will take to make them. A bit of meditation would probably do our morale some good too. So come on, let's get to the praying. In Eastern tradition, I believe you join your hands like so. Is this right? I'm pretty sure you're also supposed to drop your shoulders and put your hands at a 45-degree angle. What? There are a lot of customs associated with prayer, but I think it'll be fine if you pray as you would in church. Sure, I think we can manage that. Oh dear, my apologies. My hearing isn't what it used to be these days. Could it be? Pardon? I may be wrong, but are you the ones who are responsible for leaving so many dishes for the Great Jizo? Great Jizo? Wait a minute. You must be the anonymous neighbor. Why yes, so it is, you. To think those offerings came from you adorable little youngsters. I thought for sure it was someone closer to my age. Well, to be fair, we were mostly doing it as motivation to improve our cooking. Man, though, talk about a shocker. You're that lady we see in the downtown district every now and then, yeah? given the level of literary sophistication in those letters, I already suspected the author was an adult. I do apologize for taking so much of your valuable time with my scrawlings, and to think I was writing to you all along. My, but this world is always filled with so many lovely surprises. The Jizo has witnessed many trying times throughout Crossbell's history, once it was even demolished. However, time and again, the people of this neighborhood would repair it with great care. People seldom visit it these days, but I'm glad it still holds significance for some. Ah, that reminds me, I have something here that might interest you. Admittedly, here it's merely a gift. I'm hoping to re-gift, but perhaps all of you could appreciate better. You really don't have to do that. No need to be so modest. Consider it a small token of my gratitude. Kusanage, there you go. An old friend gave this to me. I have no use for such things. And that emailed us. She's always had trouble when it comes to giving gifts. Farewell then. I would be delighted if you could continue visiting the Great Jizo when you have the time. I don't get what her deal is, but that was one classy old lady. I often see her basking in the sun in front of my apartment building. She lives in downtown district. Yeah. This is a master quartz, and did she say she got it from Imelda? She was as kind as she was mysterious. I do recall grandfather mentioning a woman named one generation his senior, who was once regarded as the belle of Crossbillen High Society. But surely didn't mean her, right? There's no harm coming back to pay a little respect. Yeah. Yep. Alright, we got it. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's go to Orcus Tower. Oh yeah, and I also cook all the peculiar dishes, so at least... Shit, I gotta cook this. Ah. Dumplings. There we go. Alright, I think we're good. Yep, we got them all. Yeah, I'm gonna give those peculiar food to someone else later in the police academy. Alright, Orcus Tower. There is 6 floor. I think theater is. Good to see you, special support section. Likewise. Is this room you're keeping him in? Yes, this is where where Dieter Croix is being detained. Do you mind if I ask how he is? He seemed bewildered when he was taken into custody, but he's since calmed down. He hasn't put up any resistance, at least. So we haven't had to add any additional security. You're allowed to see him if you like. Chief Sergey's orders. Gotcha. What should we do, Lloyd? Yeah, let's do it. I've been curious about what's on his mind. I'd like to hear it from the man himself. Very well, go on in. So you come to see me. What in heaven's for? I'm an international criminal. Hello, Dieter. Uncle. You know, I've come to realize something. Being isolated like this. Belle was absolutely right. I was never more than a conduit for Ian's ambitions. From my soapbox, I constantly preached that justice was an ideal worth pursuing, regardless of the sacrifices. In the end, what did it get me? I've fallen from grace, ejected from my presidential post, and discarded by my only daughter. That green-haired boy from the society pales in comparison to me. I'm the real fool around here. Damn, dude. Even so, we can't completely condemn you. It's only natural for someone to stick to their beliefs when their personal justice is on the line. What you've done is inexcusable, but no one can ever claim you weren't genuinely trying to proceed to protect Crossbell. True enough. I don't think that speech you gave us about justice back at the IBC was something you just pull out of your ass. In your words, humankind are creatures that will, to our dying breath, chase after the ideal of justice. I believe the citizens of Crossbell approve of your Declaration of Independence because your sense of justice resonated with them. But public opinion aside, the methods you employ were anything but just. Even if Crossbell retains its independence, even if your justice is upheld and peace achieved, that alone won't heal the wounds of those who were harmed in the process. You try to bring peace to Crossbell by sacrificing the innocent. As far as I'm concerned, that makes every word of your inauguration speech fall hollow. That's exactly right, Ellie. You speak nothing but the truth. Perhaps I was blinded by my own idealistic dreams once Kia's power stood within my grasp. Ian saw through my self-deception before I ever could, and so I became a puppet on a string for him to manipulate. But at the end of the day, justice is something carried out by one's power and will. That fact remains as true as the first time I said it. I expect you all to stay faithful to your humanity, to continue your pursuit of the justice you most believe in. To come out all this, you will need to demonstrate to Ian and the others your own power, your own will. Easier said than done, but that's no reason to back down. We're ready to do whatever it takes. It's the only way that we're going to get Kia back. That's right. In that case, I won't say anything more. Ian is one matter, but as far as Belka goes, well, she may be my daughter. Even I have no idea how far she's willing to go for this. All that in mind, will you be able to take the next step forward and rescue Kia? I suppose we shall see soon enough. Hey, Ellie. Are you alright? Don't worry, I'm fine. You're not fine. Part of me was worried for Uncle Dieter, and after the way Belle completely abandoned him. Yet he seemed surprisingly composed. I was thinking the same. I guess that makes one less worry in our minds. He was right about one thing, though. It's time for us to take the next step forward. Yep. Alright, let's go to the roof. Hell yeah. Kia, father. What are you doing up here, Shizuku? Oh, hello everyone. I came to look at the giant tree. Are my father and Kia really in there? They are, that much is for certain. Yes, though we don't know their exact location just yet. I see. Don't worry, Shizuku. You won't have to wait much longer. We're going to bring your father and Kia back. We promise. What he said, sit tight, kiddo. I'll try. Alright, let's go to Ursula Road. I don't even have my car anymore. Ugh. Hang on, someone should be in here, actually. There he is. Sure, that enormous tree is worrisome, but if I don't cast, I can't relax. With fishing, much like anything else, it's important to keep a cool and steady attitude. That's why I want you to use these if you ever need some time to unwind. Sweet. Alright, let's go to Crossbell Cathedral and visit Guy's grave later. Alright. So, Guy's grave. Right here. Guy's tonfas, my heart aches just looking at them. All those cuts. Must be Arios' handiwork. Guess those two went at it pretty hard. Yeah. Look closely, you can see a lot of smaller nicks and scratches too. There's even marks from all the repeated repairs that were made to them. My brother strove for the truth and never gave up, no matter what barrier stood in his way. These tonfas, They're a reflection of Guy's will, the values he lived his life by. You might be onto something there. If we hope to resolve this crisis and close my brother's case, then we'll have to overcome Arios in the process. And Mr. Grimwood too. That's the only way to reach the truth he sought. I'll be looking after these tonfas a while longer, Guy, so please lend me a string. Lloyd, you have the rest of us here too, in case you've forgotten. Yeah, she was right, man. It's going to take the combined efforts of all of us to bring Kia home. You're right, I know I can always count on you guys. Now let's do this. Alright, let's go to Police Academy now. I'll see you guys there. Alright, here we are. Is that you, Special Support Section? Thank ADOs you're all safe. Same to you, Juan. It's a relief to see you holding up alright. Part of the Metropolitan Division has taken post there, from the looks of things. Wasn't this place occupied by the Defense Force not too long ago? That's right, they withdrew after learning that the president was taken into custody. With all the chaos that's broken out around the state, we need them to place their full attention on settling things down. Once they cleared out, reinforcements from police headquarters arrived to help squash any lingering disturbances here. That's good to hear. Hey Juan, if you don't mind my asking, what happened to old Garcia? Oh, that's right, he was Lloyd's accomplice during his daring prison escape, wasn't he? Yeah, I really owe him one for lending me a hand back then. Wait, what am I doing? I just admitted to my guilt at the scene of the crime. Actually, your detainment was deemed unlawful at the moment President Croix was apprehended, so no harm, no foul. No need to worry your head over it at all, especially when there are far more pressing matters at hand. As far as Garcia goes, he put up a fight against the defense force and was eventually restrained. We have him back in his old cell, where he's currently undergoing treatment. Treatment? If he fought the defense force alone, he must be exhausted to the bone at the very least. He's going to be bedridden for some time, yes. But if you'd like to visit him, I could arrange that. What do you say, Lloyd? Yes. I should thank Garcia for what he did for me back then. Yeah, I appreciate that, Juan. Sure thing, I'll have Melvin guide you there. Visitation is 10 minutes maximum. As the inmate is currently injured, you have been granted special permission to greet him in his cell. Keep in mind that making direct contact with the incarcerated party or exchanging objects of any kind is strictly prohibited. No shit. Alright then. Send him in. How you doing, old man? Hello, Garcia. Well, we meet again, kid. Good to see you managed to round up your pals. Whoa there, big fella. You sure you should be sitting up right now? We heard you had a pretty nasty run-in with the defense force. I've been better. Wouldn't exactly call a bare-knuckle brawl against rifles and stun halberds stacked in my favor. Hell, just sitting up was a struggle. What an embarrassment I am. Given what you endured, the fact that you can move at all is impressive. After seeing what the killing bear can do firsthand, I'm not surprised. That said, this appears to be the extent of his range of motion at present. I still owe you my thanks, Garcia. If you hadn't helped me escape this place back then, I'm not sure how I ever would have found my friends, let alone make this far. Lloyd, you came all the way here to say that? I told you our little partnership was over the second we got past the front gate of the prison. In my eyes, you're still a punk bastard who took down Ravage. That ain't ever gonna change, got it? So you say, but that doesn't mean I can't express my gratitude. So thank you, Garcia. It's because of you that all of us are together again. And now that we are, we're going to reach the truth, resolve this incident, and protect Crossbell. I promise you that. Makes me sick to my stomach how much you remind me of him. Can see it in your eyes, the tenacity, the way he wouldn't throw in the towel no matter what anyone said, or how hard his ass got beat. You're the spitting image of your brother, Bannings, through and through. Damn, old man. I'll take that as a compliment. I can't believe you got me to say that sappy garbage out loud. Don't you have somewhere else to be right now? Can't make good on that promise if you're hanging out here. So go on, beat it. Right, I get the message. Let's go, everyone. Damn, old bear is holding it together a lot better than I thought he'd be. you're right. I'm sure he'll be fully recovered and back on his feet before long. Still, the real surprise was seeing Garcia Rossi, of all people, dish out a pep talk. He's definitely changed since we first met. With all the crazy things he's gone through this year, I think it only makes sense. What? Why are you looking at me like that? The way you said that, do you sincerely believe that it has nothing to do with you, Lloyd? Lloyd does have that kind of effect on people. Huh? Come on, being a baby-faced lady killer is one thing, but did you seriously become a bear tamer while you were behind bars too? Some things never change. That it does. Then... Alright. I gotta give them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, at least I don't have to like walk back and forth outside the area and all that shit. What are you doing with those peculiar dishes? Well, would you look at that? You kids have given me a whole buffet of peculiar dishes by now. This should be more than enough to help the forensic class out with their training. Thanks for really cooking up a storm. Yeah, okay. Shroud. Oh my god. So I'm glad I didn't have to fucking trade that in. Alright, hey, Yuna. Oh hey, SSS. I heard you guys were the ones who managed to liberate the city, and now you're off to finally put an end to all the turmoil in here in Crossbell. Which means you're headed to that giant tree to rescue Kia, aren't you? Yeah, we are. I'm guessing Mirel or Sonia caught you up on all that. Even then, you seem to be quite familiar with Kia's circumstances. Yeah, we had a lot of time to bond whenever I go to pick Ken and Nana up from Sunday school. I can't believe what they put her through, propping her up as some divine child or whatever after we became independent. It's not like I fully get everything that's been going on or why, but I know she's waiting on you to come rescue her. So do us all a favor and bring her home, and give her extra hug for me too. Yet another life that Kia and the SSS have touched. Thank you, Yuna. I think we needed to hear that. We plan to fulfill our duties to the best of our abilities. You make sure to do the same, okay? Right, just leave it to me. I'll help out on the ground however I can. So weird, like in this one, she's not so tsundere. When we get to Cold Steel, she's such a tsundere. To the point I'm like, oh, God, can you just leave me alone? Alright, let's go to St. Ursula. Yeah, okay. It might be too late by the time you change your mind. Oh, shit. You're right, thank you everyone. I'll do it then. I'll come along and stand outside the room while you visit her, if you don't mind that is. Of course you don't. Oh, okay, you're coming with us. Okay, cool. Hey, Cecil. So this is where you were, Cecil. Hello, Lloyd. I had to come out and have a look at that tree for myself. I've never seen anything like it. The sight of it is completely alien, yet somehow soothing, almost endearingly so. Makes me that I can empathize. Belle did say that tree itself is Kia. But that way, maybe it's not such an inexplicable feeling after all. Say, Lloyd, you're all headed there, aren't you? That's right. Somewhere in that tree we'll find Kia, as well as the truths we've been looking for. No matter how dangerous it may be, we can't turn back now. We have to keep moving forward. I understand. But if I'm being completely honest, I want nothing more than to keep you here with me, away from danger. 3 years ago, I lost someone I love very dearly. I can't bear to go through that again. Cecil. But I know if Guy were with us today, he'd be doing the exact same thing as you. He would leap into action without a second thought to protect what was most dear to him. You're right, Cecil. So that being the case, I want you to promise me one thing. That you'll come back safely with Kia's smiling face in tow. If you can give me your word on that, I'll stay right here waiting patiently for your return. Yep, it's a promise. Just give us some time, and we'll be back before you know it. This is going to be our most difficult battle yet, but we will prevail. That's right, nothing is going to stop us from bringing Kia home. We also gotta beat some sense into areas too. I suppose somebody has to. Thank you. And as a little symbol of our promise, I want you to have this. Now, you get this because you maxed out her bond. What's this? Present Guy gave to me when I took my final exam in nursing school. Whenever I feel I'm in need of his personal brand of strength and courage, I just take this pendant in my hand and clutch it tight. It's very precious to me. So as part of our promise, I want you to bring it back safely with you. Okay. And I think it's really good too. Yeah, see, increases everything. Well, not everything. Alright, now we gotta go to Ilya's room. She's gonna give us something too. I'll stay behind while you all go inside, of course, whatever you're comfortable with. Trust us, we won't let on that you're out here. I was wondering where all of you were. I can tell things have taken a turn for the worse. They're saying some bizarre giant tree sprouted out of nowhere. Yeah, the situation is complicated at the moment. To tell you the truth, we don't have the answers ourselves. As much as we like to, we can't say for certain that the hospital is safe either. Take care of yourself, Ilya. We hate something. Yeah. Don't you worry about me, Ellie. I don't know what exactly is going on, but I do know you kids are going to pull through. Same goes for me. I'm not giving up. You're in the final act now. Thank you, Ilya. By the way, there's certain someone over there who was so worried. She just couldn't stay away, am I right? Ilya, how did you... You could tell? I don't know who it is, but they must be a shy little sweetheart. One who's ironically reserved in spite of that strikingly perfect body of theirs. Doesn't know my ass. So much for not noticing her. Well, a mystery stranger. Whoever you are, you should know that I've already started my rehabilitation. So if you don't keep practicing, I'm going to catch up and pass you again in no time. If you don't want to be left behind, you had better settle things quickly so we can finish what we started. One more thing, take care and look after yourself. Because no matter how strong you are, you're still a young girl. With that said, just like on our stage, there are some strengths that only a woman can show. As long as you remember that, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sorry, Ilya. Well, I think I've taken enough of your valuable time for one visit. You all had better be careful, too. Little guy, I don't want you to find out that you made my darling Cecil cry, you know. We want Ilya. I owe you an apology, Rixia. I never imagined she'd be able to notice you from outside the room. You were trying to conceal your presence with that magical yin hoo-ha, weren't you? How the heck did she catch on? Simply put, Ilya is a genius. She probably knew it was me from the sound of my footsteps and the pattern of my breaths. What? After all, synchronizing our breathing is something we're used to doing when we perform. If only she could be this sharp and attentive to things unrelated to the stage too. She can be a little untitty behind the scenes. Such things are what we have come to expect from Ilya. She really is full of surprises. Yes, her words were just what I needed to strengthen my own resolve. I'm ready, everyone. Let's go. Yeah, but wait, what the fuck? Here's just the man I wanted to see. Do me a favor and take this. There we go. It's a hair ornament. Yeah, we're gonna give that one to... The girls are alright. What the fuck? Yay, we got it. Oh my god. Alright, let's go to Armorica Village, so I'll see you guys there. Later. Alright, here we are. think if we go to the inn, and we have Wazi with us, so Kevin and Reason are in here. Wait, is that Reese? So this is where you two have been. Yes, it is. What's up, Wazi? Lloyd, how's it going? We heard about your victory. Yeah, big ups for shooting that high-flying Aeon out of the sky. Truly is a spectacular feat. Well done. Thanks. We didn't exactly come out of it unscathed though. I had to go all out, so I'm pretty drained right now. It's gonna take me a bit to recharge. A boss did mention something about that. The power you have comes at a great cost, correct? Let me guess, you channel your stigma's power into the Merkaba and release it all at once. Oh, Kevin, how reckless can you get? The last thing the Growlithe needs is for the fifth spot to be vacant again. Was that dangerous? It was. Stigmas are a source of forbidden power that is difficult for the human body to contain. There's a limit to how much of it can be released at one time. The minion would never be so foolish or reckless as to push that limit. Not a responsible one anyway. Jeez, Reese. I said I was sorry. Give me a break already. Well, yeah. She really got your number. Growlithe dominions are far cry from what I've heard about them. In other news, how about our last second twist down in the wetlands, huh? The Azure tree, a miracle born of mankind's obstinance. It's unthinkable that any being apart from Adios could manifest something like that. And its core is Kia's power. That's right. In all honesty, we have yet to come to terms with it ourselves. But even still, we plan to close this case our way. This is personal for us, not just as the SSS, but as Kia's family. I never doubted it. You made your stance pretty clear the last time we were face to face. Our Merkaba is gonna be out of commission for a while. We'll come lend you a hand though if we can get it back up and running. And even if we don't, I know Adios will be oh my god, you and your fucking gods. You got it, Reese. We'll just be going then. So I think... And Wazi, you better not do anything crazy out there too. Take it from me, blow through your power all at once and it's gonna hurt. If it doesn't outright kill you, that is. Right, I'll take that to heart. Oh yeah, before I forget, take this, Lloyd. Yeah, there we go. Real? Where did you get this? I found it where the Aeon crashed. Probably broke off on impact. I picked it up thinking you might be able to put it to good use. Yep. Alright, let's go to Belgard, so I'll see you guys there. Later. Alright, here we are in Belgard. Let's talk to Sonia. Oh, okay. She's on the roof. Commander Bales, I was wondering where you were. Oh, hello there. SSS. Quite the view, ain't it? We saw it happen too. That white Aeon obliterating the railway guns in the blink of an eye. She didn't do it herself, but Kia's power was still the cause of this. We received some intriguing intel from the Empire that you may like to hear, though we have no way to confirm it. There are soldiers unaccounted for, but the Imperial Army has yet to confirm a single casualty as a result of the Aeon's attack. Are you saying they could still be alive? Given what happened to the fortress, it would have to be a miracle. Again, that isn't confirmed, nor do we understand what happened during the attack from a scientific standpoint. But the matter that was affected by the White Aeon's abilities to manipulate space may not have been destroyed per se. If that is the case, then Kia may have influenced the miracle subconsciously. I am sure Erbonia is suffering enough due to the war. It would be a relief if their soldiers could be returned. By the way, I heard the good news. Your operation in Crossbell City was quite the success, it seemed. It went better than we ever could have expected. We wouldn't have pulled it off if not for you, Commander. It was your slip of the tongue that allows us to pursue the declaration of invalidity. Please, I didn't do anything of note. Everything you have achieved is of your own doing. I have merely commanded the Crossbell Defense Force, in accordance with the orders I was given by the president. Now that the state's independence has been called into question, I may not be fit to serve in this position any longer. Wait, what are you saying? That would be going a bit overboard, don't you think? You needn't worry, I fully understand what is required of me here and now. As for what I'll do when all of this is over, however, that's harder to say. Regardless of for the time being, I will carry out my role as a commander to the best of my ability. Yeah, she's awesome, man. Alright, I'll see you guys in Maine's mining village later. Alright, here we are. I think Joshua and Estelle are here. Yep, there they are. Oh, hey, you guys. Hello. Estelle, Joshua. So this is where you went after the operation. We heard you guys laid waste to one of those Aeons. Indeed, with Patamatter, you all must make a formidable team. Yeah, well, it's true that we wouldn't be here if not for his sacrifice. Huh? Come to think of it, where's Ren? Fast asleep. Aww, Ren. Maester Yorick. We weren't aware you were here. Well, I am at their request. Despite the chaos outside, I couldn't stay away from after Paramatter's death. The Archaism died? Wait, so you mean... Yeah, he grabbed that blue Aeon, dragged it up into the clouds with him, and then he self-destructed. Completely out of his own volition. So that's what happened. That machine opted to sacrifice itself? Matter. She's probably been crying for hours, huh? Poor girl must be tuckered out by now. Of course she is. The two were so close, they were practically inseparable. Patamatter resigned itself to its fate. I cannot help but admire the heart it displayed in choosing to give its own life to protect that girl. As a doll maker, I couldn't be prouder. Maester. We've been getting in reports about what's going on. Things have gone worse, haven't they? We'd be happy to lend you some help once we fully recover. Thanks, you too, but you don't have to worry about that. Your health should be your top priority right now. Take all the time you need. I'm not saying we want to end up like the little Missy's doll, but taking Keto back is something we gotta do on our own, no holds barred. We can respect that. Good luck, guys. Be careful out there. May the goddess protect you all. And also, give me that sweet. Ah, okay. You're talking about Prince Oliver? That's right, we haven't been able to get in contact with him since the Civil War. Yeah. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Alright, let's go to Michelin. So I'll see you guys there later. Oh, here we are. Michelin. Let's go to the hotel. There she is. Hey, Luciola. Those books you have on you, would they happen to be from the Sunshine Agnes series? I see them around the city from time to time. What, you mean these novels? They are. It just so happens that we gather every volume. Well, isn't that wonderful? I had the privilege of leafing through one of them before. It was quite an insightful read. The story is fiction, of course, but I couldn't help feeling a bit of kinship with the heroine. In any case, yeah. In any case, I have decided to remain here as a spectator to these events unfolding in Crossbell. That series would make for a lovely bit of light reading to pass the time with. We do have the entire collection. Yes. Here you are, miss. We like for you to have these. Oh, are you positive about this? If Lloyd thinks so, then yes. If he insists... Zemurian ore. What is this? It fell into my hands some time ago in my other line of work. Yeah, okay. You may take it if you like, though. I cannot say if you'll find use for it. Are you sure you're okay with this? Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's go to the castle. Castle of Mirrors. Ugh. so I'll see you guys there. I need to be at the top of the castle, so which means I have to go through the dungeon again. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, here we are. There it is. Yeah, this is the place where we fought Arios back then. Oh, I thought that was an enemy. Alright, cool. Alright, so now I gotta go to the West Crossbell Highway, so let me go and see you guys there later. Alright, so we need to go get to the railway, the rail track. And then... So I think it's this way. This is where... where Estelle and Joshua fought that giant Aeon. Okay, so there it is. There it is. Alright, we got it. Alright, so let's go to Gilliam's factory. So let me go and see you guys there later. Alright, I'm here. So... Man, I cannot believe what's going on out there. Makes me wish there was more I could do to give you kids a hand. If only I had some good stuff. The good stuff. I'm talking about the Zemurian ore, my boy. It's a metal that's sometimes found in ruins from the ancient civilization. Over a year ago, some famous professor perfected a process for finding the stuff and made some primal gear out of it. If I could get my hands on it, yeah. Yeah, we got it, don't worry. What's that look for? You figure out a lead and where to get hold some? Yep. We're going to save first. Alright, let's go. I think Lloyd Westman has a evasion on it. Yeah, 110. Sweet. Alright, so who should I give this weapon to? Dun, 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 dun. Maybe a Wazi? Yeah, let's give it to Wazi. Seventh arm. Good shit. Alright, let's time to clean up the monster highway quests. So first things first, let's go to East Crossbell High. I'll see you guys there. Well, near the monsters later. Alright, let's go. Oh, it's these things. They're demons, right? Shit. Okay, I think...
行くぞ。駆動。
Na 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 na.
私の番です。
Okay.
ドライブ開始。俺の番だな。
There we go. Well, that was easy.
まあまあだったね。ナイスファイト。
Ruby Gem. Oh, fuck. Yes. Alright, so the next one is in Ancient Battlefield. So, you know what? I'll go and see you guys there later. Alright, it's this one. Let's go kill it.
手強いぞ。気をつけろ。了解です。行きます。そこだ。行きます。そこだ。そこだ。
That's right, bitch.
そこだ。やれやれ。
やれやれ。
エニグマ駆動。そこだ。それ。任せて。エニグマ。よし。駆動。
Alright, you know what? We haven't seen Lloyd's new scrap yet. So.
俺の番だな。行くぞ。メテオブレイカー。 よし。
Alright, that was pretty.
上出来だ。やるね。
Gold Gem. Alright, so last one, I think it's in Nox Forest Monster. Okay, Nox Forest. Let me go and see you guys there later. Alright, so here we are. That's the monster.
かかってきなよ。
What?
さてと。
Actually miss? That's crazy.
そこだ。そこだ。任せて。 エニグマ行きます。分析を詳細データゲットです。
Alright, win.
そこだ。そこだ。
There we go.
みんな怪我はない？
Silver Gem. Alright. Alright. So we finished all the monster hunting, but we still need to finish up the monster treasure treasure monsters. So give me 1 second, let me grab one of them then later. All right, here we go. Ah, fuck.
さあ、始めましょうか。さてと。
All right.
行きます。さて。
Yeah, they're annoying. All right, where's my... Battle scope.
僕の番か。俺の番だな。つってや。
There we go.
よし、上出来だ。
Mercury Bell. Hello, Bracer Guild. Yes, the chest grabber is right here in front of me. Please send someone quick.
ここは通らせてもらうわ。
これが俺たちの力だ。
Oh my god. Alright, so the last one, the last treasure chest. Yeah. Should have about oh my god, I can't see it. Oh well. So the next one is in East Crossbill Highway, I think. So I'll see you guys there later. Alright, here we go. Holy Jesus.
僕の相手じゃないね。僕の番か。
私の番です。
They're probably gonna cast darts.
任せて。駆動。
さてと。それ。
さてと。
よし。
Battle scope.
それ。 やれやれ。
Oh man, that's annoying.
任せてくれ。
Yeah, I'm just gonna meteor break the shit.
任せて。はい。私の番です。エニグマ駆動。
任せてくれ。やってや。
それ。
僕の番か。エニグマ駆動。
Nice.
まあまあだったね。
Uranus Bell. Does everyone consent to this looting? The SSS and chests I do. The SSS and chests I do. ADOs I don't. What? Oh my god. These chests, man, they're so funny. Alright, so I believe that's pretty much all of them, right? Yeah. Oh my god. Finally. So yeah, technically we're done. So we're gonna go ahead and I think we're running out of time. I'm just gonna do the final dungeon. We're gonna start the final dungeon next part because I'm so tired. So yeah. Plus I gotta make some changes to my chords anyway, chord setup. Now that we got all the good stuff. And I need to buy shit.
皆さん、それで、はい、お疲れ様でした。
Nice.
さすが皆
Nice.
さんです。
Hometown
報
hero.
告では、
Completed all quests. Yes, sir. As far as the thing concerned, I think I'm good. I mean, I could definitely use more heavenly noodles. So yeah, I'm gonna end the part here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you guys very soon. Stay tuned and stay safe. Later.